Welcome to the Student Athlete Academic Support Services Tutor Training video. My name is Bobby Smitherin and I'm the Senior Associate Athletics Director for the Student Athlete Academic Support Services Program for the SDSU Athletics Department. As a tutor, you are a critical member of our team and we appreciate your time and dedication to supporting the academic efforts of our student athletes. The information contained within this video will help you become better acquainted with the Student Athlete Academic Support Services team and the unique demands and responsibilities of a tutor working with student athletes. Tutors foster active learning and motivation in the learning process by utilizing techniques that encourage students to analyze the course independently. The role of the tutor is to encourage students' thinking and clarify course material during individual and group tutorial sessions. The mission of the Student Athlete Academic Support Services program is to uphold the ideals of San Diego State University and its intercollegiate athletics department. SAASS instills the values of education through creating a culture of academic integrity and professional development in order to enhance the holistic student-athlete experience. SAASS is dedicated to meeting the unique demands of student athletes by integrating a support system of campus and community resources. The Student Athlete Academic Support Services staff is a team of professionals who are here to support and assist should you ever have a question or issue. If you don't know the answer to a question a student athlete may ask of you, or are presented with a situation you're not sure how to handle, please reach out to any staff member for guidance.
As a tutor, your responsibilities are to assist students in understanding course material while promoting independent learning during individual tutor sessions. Report to all training and tutoring sessions on time and ready to work. Prepare and submit accurate tutor and attendance reports in a timely manner. Maintain a high level of knowledge in the applicable academic content area. Be familiar with and follow the policies and rules of SAASS described in the manual. Maintain the confidentiality of student-athlete academic information. Collaborate with SAASS staff to ensure appropriate academic support for students. Maintain ethical integrity in accordance with policies and procedures as set forth by SAASS, SDSU, Mountain West Conference, and the NCAA.
There are many do's and don'ts when discussing professionalism in the workplace. Our students are wonderful, friendly people, but you need to remember you are there to be a role model for them. As a role model, you must maintain confidentiality in regard to the student athlete's personal matters and must not engage in relationships with student athletes outside of a professional setting. Tutoring sessions can and should be fun as well as engaging, but they need to be focused on the work at hand. You should be familiar with class policies and expectations, but don't feel any responsibility to remind the students of due dates or assigned work. And you should never speak to a student athlete's instructor on their behalf. That's the student's job. Finally, the students take your opinions very seriously. Feel free to give them advice on academics, but please refrain from suggesting majors or areas of study without knowing the student's academic history. Thank you.
Hi academic tutors, my name is Kelly Giblin. I'm the Director of Compliance here at San Diego State University. Today we'll be reviewing NCAA rules and their impact on the student athlete's eligibility. We'll also be reviewing rules that pertain to your role specifically as an academic tutor. If you have any questions throughout the year, please feel free to stop by our offices at any time or contact us at goaztexcompliance@mail.sdsu.edu. Thank you for your time and we look forward to working with you. Each student athlete attending a Division I institution must meet certain academic standards to be eligible to receive athletics aid, practice, and compete immediately. These standards include core course requirements, GPA requirements, and test score requirements. Each student athlete here at SDSU has already completed these. Now that the student athlete is enrolled here at San Diego State, there's a certain requirement based on year in school of percentage towards degree they must achieve in order to remain eligible each year. Along with degree percentage requirements, there are also GPA requirements. You can see the NCAA's GPA requirements are a bit different than San Diego State's, but here, each student athlete must at least earn a 2.0 GPA every year to remain eligible. Institutional control means we all have a responsibility to follow NCAA, conference, and SDSU rules and regulations. To make sure this takes place, please remember to be in communication with your direct supervisor. Please contact our office for any questions you may have, and please tell someone if any issues should arise that you think may impact the integrity of this institution. Unethical conduct is a term seen in most major investigations cases. This term is typically used when a prospective student-athlete, enrolled student-athlete, current staff member, or former staff member is involved in having a blatant disregard for the rules. Some examples include knowingly providing extra benefits, knowingly committing violations, knowingly being involved in academic fraud or academic misconduct, or being involved in banned substances or providing banned substances to student-athletes. Please take this time to review the rest of this legislation laid out on this slide. Academic misconduct is a term that was defined by the NCAA and came into effect August 1, 2016. There are multiple types of academic misconduct we are going to review. Pre-enrollment academic misconduct has to do with providing fraudulent academic credit or false transcripts for a prospective student-athlete, whether it's to the NCAA, the NCAA Eligibility Center, or an institution's admissions office. This includes being involved in any fraudulence or misconduct in connection with an entrance or placement exam for a prospect. Once a prospect triggers student-athlete status, they are expected to act with honesty and integrity in all academic matters. Post-enrollment academic misconduct includes any violation or breach of any institutional policy regarding academic honesty or integrity. A student-athlete should not be involved in any academic misconduct involving a current or former institutional staff member or representative of athletics interest, more commonly known as a booster. Academic misconduct can take place even without the involvement of a staff member or booster. This can be seen when an erroneous declaration of eligibility takes place, which allows a student-athlete to compete or receive athletics aid while they are actually ineligible. Also takes place when there is an erroneous award of an academic progress rate point. Academic misconduct also takes place when there is an altercation or falsification of a student-athlete's transcript or academic record while at San Diego State. Current staff members, former staff members, and boosters shall not be involved with the academic misconduct related to any student-athlete or the altercation or falsification of a student-athlete's transcript or academic record. They also shall not provide impermissible academic assistance to student-athletes. Please remember to never ask for a student-athlete's login account information to any SDSU accounts, including Blackboard. They must submit all of their own work. While you may be present during that time, you cannot be the one actually logged in on the computer and submitting work on their behalf. An extra benefit is any item of value that is not available to the general public or general student body. Please remember not to provide any extra benefits to student-athletes. This includes meals, drinks, merchandise, or any other item of value. Please review the following examples of what the academic staff can provide to a student-athlete to assist them when it comes to coursework. An occasional meal is a meal provided by either an institutional staff member or a booster to either one student-athlete or a group of student-athletes. An institutional staff member may provide the meal either on campus, at their home, or in the locale of the institution. While an occasional meal is permissible per NCAA rules, San Diego State does not encourage academic tutors to provide this benefit to student-athletes. All athletic staff members are prohibited from gambling on any NCAA-sponsored sport at any level. This includes amateur sports of Little League through collegiate and any other entity. Gambling includes putting any item of value up on the front end for the opportunity to win any item of value on the back end. Please do not provide any medical information about our student athletes to the general public. Another form of gambling is point shaving. Please, under no circumstances, ever ask a student athlete to influence the outcome of a game by point shaving. All head coaches are responsible for the actions of any staff member who reports directly or indirectly to him or her. Each of you report indirectly to a head coach. Please note your actions can impact them negatively, including game suspensions. As an athletic staff member, you are responsible for reporting any known or suspected violations to your direct supervisor, as well as one of the 3 people listed on this screen. As an academic tutor, you are held to the same standard as any San Diego State Athletics employee. Please remember to keep any information about student athletes in-house, including injuries, academic situations, or NCAA violations. You are responsible for reporting any red flag situations to your direct supervisor. Please remember to maintain a professional relationship at all times and do not ask to be put on a complimentary pass list for any student athletes' competitions. Thank you for your time reviewing NCAA rules. Please direct any rules inquiry to our office, which is located on the 3rd floor of the Fowler Athletics Center. We look forward to working with you, and go Aztecs!
Fraternization between tutors and student athletes is strictly prohibited. As an employee of SDSU's Student Athlete Academic Support Services, you are not allowed to associate with student athletes outside of your scheduled mentoring or tutoring appointment at the Fowler Athletic Center. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Do not arrange to meet a student athlete outside of the Fowler Athletic Center to interact socially. You are not allowed to follow or friend any student athletes on social media. If they request to follow you, tell them you are only allowed to once they graduate. You are not allowed under any circumstance to host a student athlete at your home. Intimate relationships between a tutor and a student athletes are strictly prohibited and will lead to job termination. Any pre-existing relationship should be documented. This list by no means is all-encompassing, but does provide a sample of the kinds of activities that are not allowed. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact one of the Student Athlete Academic Support Services staff. Thank you.
All Division I student athletes must comply with certain basic NCAA eligibility rules, so I'm going to go over those with you today. First, all student athletes must maintain a 2.0 cumulative GPA to compete. All student athletes must also be enrolled as a full-time student, which is a minimum of 12 units in order to practice and compete. For freshmen, the NCAA states that they must earn a total of 24 units in their first academic year between fall, spring, and summer terms. In addition, all student athletes must earn a total of 18 units during the fall and spring semesters. Every fall and spring, all student athletes must pass a minimum of 6 units in each semester to compete in postseason or in the following semester. However, there is a football exception. Football student athletes must pass a minimum of 9 units each fall semester to be eligible to compete in the following fall. All student athletes are required to declare a major when entering their 3rd year. From this point on, students must make satisfactory progress towards that degree program. As you can see by this chart, the NCAA also requires all student athletes to complete a certain percentage of their degree requirements by the beginning of their 3rd, 4th, and 5th years of enrollment. Because of these rules, our tutors are very valuable members of our team.
Some of our student athletes have learning disabilities that can affect their academic performance. If you are told a student athlete has a disability or he or she discloses that information to you, please maintain strict confidentiality. As you're working with these students, keep in mind that they learn differently than some of your other students. Ask them what they think will help, and if they don't have any suggestions, try different teaching techniques. Above all else, be patient. Don't assume that they're just being lazy if you're not getting the responses that you're used to. Please feel free to ask the learning specialist for new techniques to make sure your tutoring sessions are effective as possible.
Grades First is a computer software that we use to coordinate and schedule all of our tutoring. You will use Grades First to check your daily appointments, write reports for each of your sessions, and no-show students if needed. Please see Part 2 of your tutor manual for directions on how to utilize Grades First to submit reports and no-shows. You'll also receive emails from Grades First when an appointment is scheduled, updated, or canceled. So please be diligent about checking your emails and read them carefully. If you ever want an easy way to see what appointments you have every week or month, there is a calendar view on Grades First as well. The appointments in green are appointments that are scheduled, and anything in gray means that it's canceled.
Here are some guidelines we ask that you follow in regards to your tutoring sessions. First, give students a 10-minute grace period at the beginning of each session. Please do not mark students a no-show until after that 10 minutes has passed. Always be sure to ask a staff member before you no-show, just in case they might be able to help you locate the student. If the student is consistently 10 minutes late, let one of the tutor coordinators know. Next, please keep students in the appointment for the whole hour. Some students might need to leave a little bit early to get to class or practice, and that's fine. But if the student comes to tutoring and says they don't have anything to do, we have a checklist you can follow to help find things to work on. Don't just let them leave early because they didn't come prepared. If a student cancels an appointment by 5 p.m. the day before the appointment, please do not include the hour on your time card. We consider that sufficient notice. If the student cancels later than that, you may include that hour on your time card. Lastly, in regards to the no-shows and tutor reports mentioned previously, you must complete the no-show and tutor reports in Grades First in a timely manner. No-shows must be reported immediately, and tutor reports should be submitted before you leave work for the day.
At least once a semester, a member of the SAASS staff will observe one of your tutoring appointments. This gives the SAASS staff an opportunity to assess both your tutoring skills and the student-athlete's level of engagement in your tutoring session. If you are being evaluated, please proceed with your tutoring session as normal. The SAASS staff will evaluate your tutoring techniques, knowledge of course material, and the learning environment you create for the student-athletes. We would like to highlight success and provide constructive criticism so that you can develop professionally. After your evaluation is complete, the tutor coordinators will provide you with copies of your evaluation form. If you have questions or concerns about your evaluation, please contact a staff member. At the end of the semester, you will also be asked to complete evaluations on your student-athletes. This is an opportunity for you to notify the SAASS staff of any exemplary behavior or of any students who need to be coached on how to interact during tutoring appointments. However, if you have particular concerns or trouble with a student-athlete, please do not wait until the end of the semester to notify a SAASS staff member.
It is always important to do the following. If you are a TA for a class, you must notify the tutor coordinator as soon as possible. You are prohibited from tutoring any student athletes who are in the class UTA for. Before you come into work, please check your email and make sure you do not have any notifications from Grades First. Also make sure your email is accepting the emails from Grades First as normal emails, not as junk or spam. If you plan on using a SAASS employee as a reference when applying for jobs, please let the staff member know via email.
You will receive email directions and reminders about submitting time cards electronically through Campus Human Resources on PeopleSoft. Please keep close track of your daily hours and submit your hours before the last day of the month. The tutor coordinators check the hours reported on your time card against the hours you are scheduled in Grades First. Do not count any canceled appointments on your time card unless the appointment was canceled after 5 p.m. the day before the appointment. Tutors are paid on an hourly basis for the actual hours worked per week, not for the number of students they tutor. Tutoring multiple students simultaneously during a tutoring appointment will result in the same compensation.
Welcome to the team. We hope you have a great year. Thank you for your dedication to our student athletes, and go Aztecs!